Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that you have all been waiting for, how to stop on your roller skates. You've come to the right place. Lucky for you, I'm not gonna show you just one way. I'm gonna show you 5 different ways that you can stop on your roller skates. I'm gonna show you how to do that with toe stops and jam plugs. Those who don't know like to skate with jam plugs. These are traditional toe stops. So I'm gonna show you how to stop with jam plugs and with regular toe stops. If you didn't even know that there were different types of toe stops, don't worry, I'm here for you. Check out my Skate Anatomy 101 video and I'll go ahead and take care of that for you. Let's start with the toe stops. Removing the jam plugs and we're putting toe stops in. Okay. I like to call this stop Old Faithful. It's the plow stop, also known as the pizza stop. If you're familiar with skiing, it's kind of exactly the same thing. Again, skating is all about posture, so we're just making sure that we're always standing up straight, up and down. Our knees are nice and bent. The pizza stop, what's gonna happen is our toes are going to come inward and our heels are gonna flare outward, just like that. If you wanna practice, all you have to do is just give yourself a little bounce and turn your heels out. Boom, little bounce. Turn your heels out. So what's happening here is we're pushing our feet to those outside edges and we're squeezing, we're almost squeezing to do that. So we're squeezing our inner thighs to make that happen. We need to slow down. Oh, we spread our legs out and we push our heels out and that slows us down. Pizza stop, number 1. Second favorite stop, transition stop. Once we transition, you're just gonna pop your heel up and your toe stop down. Transition stop. We're turning and we're popping up, boom. You just use your toe stop to dig it into the ground. Next one is called a toe stop. I'm sorry, I lied. The next stop is the T-stop. What's gonna help you do the T-stop is the ability to balance your weight onto one side. What's happening is you're skating, you're shifting your weight to your front leg and you're using your back leg to kind of scoop the air. You're not dragging, you're scooping your 2 outside wheels to come to a stop. Shift our weight, boom. Trick to pulling off the T-stop is to lift your outside wheels into almost like a little scoop. Like imagine you're scooping ice cream. So shifting our weight here and we're scooping. We're shifting our weight here and we're scooping. How quickly you stop is gonna be dependent on how much weight you are pushing onto your outside edge. But if you're trying this, we are scooping up slightly. We're not dragging here because that could get you stuck up. Boom. So it's gonna be super easy if you feel comfortable balancing your leg to one side and just flipping out. So if you wanna practice that, I would just practice standing straight up and down and turning my foot out. Straight up and down and turning my foot out. So we're shifting to one side and we're out. We're skating, we're minding our business, we're having a real good time. We're ready to come to a stop. We shift our weight to our front leg and we scoop. Ooh. I saved the worst for last. I know that this stop is really pushed for beginners. And the only reason why I don't like it is because if you don't feel comfortable balancing on one leg or you don't feel comfortable shifting your weight correctly, doing the toe drag, which is essentially where you're just skating and you drag like this, it can trip you up. Like your foot can start to get jerky and then you're panicking. So I just avoid it altogether. But if that's your jam and that's all that you can pull off right now, then you definitely do it. But the way that you do it is by just shifting your weight to one side and then popping your heel up and letting it kind of drag to slow you down. Do this one with caution. I caution you against this one. If I was a beginner, I would prefer that you use the pizza stop where our heels are out. But if you want to do this one, okay, I guess you could do it. You just let it drag. I'm going very slow right there and I'm just letting it kind of hang out. But do you see how if I'm not pushing it, it's like popping up? It's the only thing that I'm afraid of for beginners. But if you feel comfortable with that one, do it. It's not about, oh, what's a better stop? It's what's best for you. If it feels good to you, if that's the stop you learned on, it was easy for you, by all means, I'm not trying to take it away. Keep it, it's yours. You can have it. And we're just dragging out. We're letting that bad boy slow us down. Maybe I'm just not good at it. Maybe I'm putting that bad juju on you guys and I'm just not good at it. I think that's what it is. I'm just not good at that stop. I prefer the other stops. I'm gonna show you my favorite stops for jam plugs. We're gonna switch these babies out. What even are jam plugs. The only purpose jam plugs really serve is to make sure that no dirt or debris gets inside of your little toe stop hole. And they make it so that it's easier for you to do certain toe movements that would probably trip you up if you had on toe stops. Doesn't mean that it's impossible at all. A lot of these movements you can very much do with toe stops. You just have to do the work of dialing in exactly where your toe stops are. Once you get comfortable with knowing, okay, this is how much I have to lift my back heel to clear my toe stop, you're good to go. So don't think that you have to have jam plugs. If you're not ready for jam plugs, that's 100% fine. So don't be afraid. Don't feel like you have to level up fast and switch over to jam plugs before you feel ready to. You can pull off a lot of the same movements. Just make sure that you know where your toe stop is. Jam plugs. Usually I only stop 3 ways. I'll do a transition, I'll do a pivot, or I'll rock with the good old fashioned pizza stop. With our pizza stop, all we're doing is we're pivoting our heels out and pivoting our toes in like a skier. We're creating a pizza shape. I lied, there are actually 4 ways I slow down. It's the pizza stop, there's the pivot stop, there's the transition stop, and then I kind of use like this little ski motion to make sure that I remove as much momentum as possible. This is the pizza stop with jam plugs. It looks exactly the same if we were rocking with toe stops, making almost a bubble and pushing our heels out. And we've stopped. That's it. We're making kind of a bubble, we're squeezing our legs, and we're out. Next way I like to stop is with a transition stop. That's it. With our transition stop, we just transition and pop our heel up. Just like that. We come to a stop. Favorite stop is the pivot stop. What you're doing with a pivot is instead of just lifting our ankle, pivoting our ankle out in the opposite direction. So we're here, we're like this. And we're ready to come to a stop. And instead of us just going backwards, boop, off to the side a little bit. So we're here. That's the pivot stop. We're pivoting into a different direction, which is a really good way if you want to turn around or switch directions, you just pivot. The final way that I like to stop, one is just to make sure that I'm not going that fast anyway. Jam plugs are not in place for you to be racing or doing any speed skating or anything like that. It's for you to just like groove in place, you know, do your thing. Ooh. But, you know, let's say that you were in a parking garage or something and you totally forgot to pack toe stop, but you really wanted to skate. You know that, wow, it's gonna be really scary to go down those hills with no brakes, but I really wanna skate. What do? Asking for a friend. The way that you pull this off is by understanding. I'm gonna keep banging this in. You guys are gonna be so tired of me talking about mindful skating. Honestly, it's 100% being aware of your body. And so the way that you're able to slow down is shifting your weight and stopping that momentum from continuing. Stop that momentum by shifting your weight. So what I found is if I'm going too fast down something, if I trust myself enough to shift to one side and lift my foot, that acts as a brake. If you have 4 wheels on the ground and you're flying, you have 100% contact, inertia. An object in motion is gonna stay in motion. If you were to lift up and shift your weight to one side, this steady, stable force that's now going down is being interrupted by weight shift. It's very similar to how skiers get down mountains. You're shifting your weight and you're controlling it. You're squeezing your muscles. You're asking yourself, what happens when I shift this way and what happens when I shift this way? We're gonna go fast. But we're slowing down because I'm shifting, 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 lifting our foot, shifting, shifting, shifting. Don't be afraid to practice with shifting your weight from side to side as a way to control your speed. When you're shifting on your outside edges, that's gonna make you go slower than when you're shifting on your inside edges, which is why rollerbladers can go so fast, is because majority of the time they are on their inside edges. We're just here. But if we're here, we're creating some resistance. So, and there you have it, friends. We have multiple ways to stop on our roller skates. Let me know which stops you like, which stops you stay away from. At the end of the day, just practice what feels most comfortable to you. If it doesn't feel comfortable to you, go ahead and swap it out. It's okay. This is your show, baby. It's all you. We're here for you. Go ahead and switch it out. Use whatever stop you want, and I will see you in the next one.